All right, welcome to the third episode of 23 Real, 20 minutes of real talk with real producers and real estate, brought to you by Ohio Real Title and hosted by me, Rick Capretta. And I didn't butcher it this time, thank God. All right, today I am joined by Tina Hivnor and Michael Kaim of the Michael Kaim Team. The Kaim Team has been with us and have been clients since late 2018 and been great. But before I get into how great they are to work with and get into the interview, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about what they've done and how they got here. So Michael started this team back in spring of 2002, and Tina joined shortly thereafter. The Michael Kaim Team has grown to 500 plus sales annually with over 100 million in sales volume as of last year. Also, the Kaim Team has about 10 to 12 people on staff, including 20 full-time agents, plus approximately 10 part-timers. So they're currently servicing 9 counties of the brokers, 13 to 14 offices in the area. And pardon me, my boom just completely broke, so I'm gonna have to change up my my format with my microphone here. And in the past 10 years, they've always been ranked as a state of Ohio top 5 team. In the past 10 years, they've always been one of the top 10 teams nationwide for Berkshire Hathaway. And prior to Berkshire, it was with Prudential. So I want to introduce you guys, Michael Kaim and Tina Hivnor.
Hey, Rick. Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Rick.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for coming on today. So obviously, you know, your name is well known in this greater Cleveland, greater Akron area. Actually, it's funny. I was talking to a friend in Pittsburgh today who remembered your name from John Carroll, Michael. So small world as it is. But maybe not everyone knows that you two are brother and sister as well as partners in crime here. So Tina leads the operations side and Michael leads the sales and marketing side. So I want to ask you two, what challenges do you guys have working as a brother-sister duo as a high-powered real estate team?
I don't think we have all that many challenges. You know, we're both very different people. I'm the oldest of 5 kids. Michael's the youngest of the 5 kids. And, you know, his area of expertise is marketing, and he's out on the front lines all the time, and he's just a powerhouse. And I let him do his thing, and he lets me do my thing. So I think it works really well. I mean, we've grown together, and I mean, this is what, the 18th year?
That's crazy.
18th year. So, you know, it just works, right?
Yeah, I don't think we really have, we have very, very, very little conflict between Tina and I. We're on the same page with almost everything. Once in a while, we might get in a little spiff over minor things, but it's very rare and it's very short-lived. I think we were brought up in with our family being brokers, and we're so close. Our family's so close that Tina and I are just like, it's natural for us to be partners and to work together. She's naturally a manager, and I'm naturally a sales leader. So it's, you know, my background is marketing from John Carroll. Her background is management. So it's like, it's ham and eggs. I mean, we work together really well. I love the sales part of it and going after the more sales and more volume and great ideas and marketing. And Tina loves to piece all of the little idiosyncrasies in the business together to make us more productive and more profitable. So it's a win-win. It's a perfect marriage, and you know, I don't have any complaints.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, obviously, I have the luxury of sitting in your weekly meetings, and I'm shocked. I mean, you guys know my sister's in the business with me. And again, we do get along great, but I would say we probably have a couple more tiffs than you guys do. So it is crazy to see a brother and sister not at each other's throats all the time, unless Michael wants to go ahead and buy another RV or, you know, some other crazy expense. That's probably like
the whole team on a cruise, or, you know, there's some things I want to choke them out.
Yeah.
And I think I've only thrown a stapler one time in all those years.
Did you hit him?
I did not.
Oh man, that would have been.
I had really good reflexes.
Really good reflexes.
Well, that's good. Well, tell me, what's the greatest thing then? If you guys work so well together, what's been really the greatest thing? 18 years of working together.
I think building I think how we built the team to a level that we're at today, and really keeping our core together. You know, our like our admin has been with us, some of them have been with us for 12 plus years. So, you know, I think our core, having our core together, and then has been one of the things that we've really done well at. And I think building our systems, Tina and I have, you know, from the beginning, always been about, we've always focused on giving our clients an absolute great experience and focusing on that. So from the first initial meeting through the transfer of keys, utilities, you know, we've really mastered the whole process and giving our clients a great experience. And that's really something that we've always shined with, is our customer service and the back end systems that we have. We've always been ahead of our competition when it comes to having leading edge technology, customer service. I think we've always been ahead of our competition in the industry. And, you know, for us, it's all about the customer and giving them, you know, exceptional service and marketing expertise. So I think that's where we've really excelled.
And to piggyback that, I think it's a matter of taking care of our other client, which is our agents in the office, right? You know, it's a pretty simple formula. You know, again, Michael mentioned earlier, we're second generation realtors, right? And you know, our current broker has the same philosophy that our parents did when they were our brokers. You take care of your agents. You give them the information, the technology, the training, the coaching, give them all the skills that they need to be successful. And then the rest just kind of takes care of itself.
Yeah, I agree. You guys have great people on the team. Going up to David, like you said, it's just good class organization all the way around. So that's great. It's good working with you guys. So family aside, though, what has been the largest challenge you two have faced when growing and maintaining such a large team?
Well, Tina and I discussed this earlier, and I think the biggest challenge with the team and having a large team of salespeople, you know, it's making sure that everybody. I think it's managing the salespeople, keeping them on track, keeping them motivated to hit their goals. And then managing the issues that come up throughout the course of the year on sales and transactions, and you know, just little things like that is probably the most difficult. All of the other things is just process. The marketing, the back end system, those are all process, and that there's challenges to that too, because you have to stay ahead of the competition. You've got to stay cutting edge. And but managing people is a completely different animal, and making sure that, you know, you can't create motivation. It's within. So keeping our salespeople motivated. Now, most of them are naturally motivated, and we surround ourselves with like-minded people. Most of our salespeople are we thrive off of positive energy, motivated people that have the same similar goals that we have. And I think that's where we've really thrived over the years. We've always kept a really good circle of positive-minded agents that were motivated. So, but I think our biggest challenge has been keeping them motivated, keeping them on task, keeping them on track, and then, you know, managing their progress. And, you know, Tina has been phenomenal when it comes to that. I mean, she just had her quarterly meetings with all the sales agents. She did a Zoom call with most of them. A couple of them met with her, but, you know, I think that is just keeping that regiment every single quarter and keeping the agents on track is huge. And that's probably been the most difficult, is, you know, managing the salespeople and keeping them on track in their goals. What do you think, Tina?
Yeah, that's a lot of it, right? We give them all the information they need so they can make good decisions about their business, and taking a look at where is your business coming from, and what do you need to be doing differently, and what can we help you get there. And some people go through, you know, it's ups and downs sometimes, where they are crazy busy, and others get into a lull. And so the other big hard thing I think is their tracking their information, right? They're running fast and running hard, and I want them to keep track of how many contacts did you have today, and how many appointments did you have, and, you know, I'm running the numbers all the time, and But at the end of the day, really, as far as problems, we've got a great group. They're one big happy part of our family. They've got the same mentality that Michael and I do. We're in an environment where you share and you care. And if somebody has a question and you're walking by, you need to stop and answer that question. And that's just what we do. And when people from other places, sometimes when they join us, that's always the biggest thing. This is weird. I'm like, weird good or weird bad? Define weird. Like, you don't understand. Like, this is, so I don't know how many challenges we have. I think that, it just depends on the market and the industry and helping agents reach their goals. That's it.
Right. And I've seen you guys evolve too. I mean, obviously the market changes and the team dynamics change, because with any team, people come and go. And then how do you change the roles within that? And you guys seem to do it seamlessly. I don't see much panic, at least on your faces. Maybe people panic in the back room, but you guys do it. And I don't really recognize that there's any issues going on. So that's a credit to you guys. You guys have really done a good job of that.
People leave the team. Yeah. And people do. Sometimes they come in and sometimes they go out, and, you hope that you're helping get them closer to what their goal happens to be. Right. But in the scheme of things, we know what our goals are. As a team, we know what our goals are. And, sometimes you got to bob and weave a little bit to help get you to your goal. And if you happen to lose an agent for whatever reasons, they relocate out of state. Okay, that's going to happen.
Right.
So now what do I have to do? Who do I have to train? What do we have to do to get the team to their goals? And just hire the right people and you make it work.
Absolutely. One thing I was also wondering and wanting to ask you guys is, has there been a certain place or type of person that has really excelled on the Kaim team? Because being from my eyes, I feel like there's completely different types of people across the board, which makes it fun in the meetings because it's not just one type of person. But do you guys feel like there over the years has been a type that's worked really well?
Honest to God, I've had top agents be all like crazy driver personality types. We've also had extremely successful analyticals, like Jake, he's an analytical. Holly is a driver, and she was the #1 salesperson last year. We've also had expressives, like myself. I'm an expressive. And we've had amiables that have done unbelievable. I mean, who was an amiable, Tina?
Mate. Do you think Mate's amiable?
I mean, he's so
but I think that the biggest thing is not so much what their personality style is. One of the first things we teach people is how to adapt and give your customer and client what they need. Everybody makes decisions a different way.
Right.
And you've got to be able to identify what your client needs for them to make a good decision for them and their family. So it doesn't matter what our personal styles are. It matters that you can adapt and give your client what they need. And I think that we do the same thing with our agents. There's certain things I would say in a meeting to one agent, but I would never say that to a different agent because, the one with, what I mean? It just, you give them what they need.
Right. No, that's good. All right. So obviously you guys grew up in the industry. You've been around it for a long time. What would you say is something that either is the biggest surprise, maybe of late, or just what's one of the bigger surprises in the industry that maybe you never thought you'd see, or just something that constantly surprises you?
Well, I can tell you this pandemic has never been something I thought I would see. Yeah.
You didn't see this coming in 2019, Michael?
Yeah. But we've adapted actually really well. And quite honestly, huge shout out to our salespeople and our staff. We prepared immediately. We cut expenses immediately, and we prepared to for the worst, really. And the salespeople and the staff, huge shout out to you guys. I mean, you guys are crushing it. To sell over 60 homes 2 months in a row during, a huge change in the marketplace for us is just unbelievable. So I'm very happy and proud to say that our salespeople are working very hard and hitting a lot of their goals. Although we are down, we're probably down 15 to 20% for sales. We're, for those last 2 months, I'm happy to have that kind of business still coming in, to still be doing 80% or more of the business that you were doing.
Right.
I think it's a feat in itself. I mean, we're employed, we're making money, we're at least keeping our families in business and helping people that are in need to buy and sell real estate. So, we're still doing our thing, and I'm proud to have the team that we have behind us to move forward.
Yeah, we still have one or two of our staffs working from home. They're just getting things done. But again, I think that's just part of the process. Information, from state of Ohio, Seth Task, who's with our brokerage, is totally involved with that. In fact, he'll be the president next year. He was extremely informative throughout the process. Our broker was giving us a video chat every week with what was going on. So yeah, I agree. Most of our agents are working hard, and because so many agents out there are probably not, I don't know if we can capitalize on that, but we are doing more business than I thought that we might have done because of what's going on out there. A lot of our clients are laid off. We lost some listings because they can't buy because they're furloughed, and because they can't sell because they can't buy. And so we're just making it work.
Yeah, it's the best we can. And you guys both have kids. They're not playing sports right now. They're not in school right now. How's that affecting you guys?
It's driving me and my kids a little crazy. We're used to never being home, and we've made like 5 or 6 trips where they're supposed to be competing all across the country, and everything has come to a halt.
Yeah.
They're still working around it, and my kids are a little older than Michael's, so they're making it work just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
It's challenging, with me, with my kids, because I've never had to sit at home with them when they're with me and go through the homework.
Right.
We are never just talking about this. I mean, literally, I get them tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, and I've got to have them on their Google Hangouts at certain times. I've got to have them looking at their assignments for the first 4 hours of the day, and making sure they're on task, because both of my kids are a little bit like me when it comes to having a little attention deficit. So keeping them on track. I'll turn around and I'll be making a phone call, and I'll see Preston he'll be on his video game, playing his video games and not doing his math homework. So I got to go back.
Squirrel.
Yeah,
I know. My kids do. It's crazy.
So that's a little trying, but I think it's good. I mean, my kids are Holly's and my kids are thriving. We're all doing well, and we're adapting.
Yeah, it really makes us look at the parents who work from home and do this on a day-to-day basis. And we're doing it for, at this point, a couple of months, but the people who do this all the time, give them a heck of a lot more credit now that we're all in their shoes, whether we want to be or not. So it's crazy. So
yeah, the homeschooling is definitely not where I thought it would be. So
no. All right. One last parting shot for you guys. What's the one thing you want the listeners to take away from our discussion today?
I think the number one thing is if you're looking to buy or sell real estate, interest rates are unbelievable. The lowest rates we've seen in years. Crazy. And for buyers, and then for sellers, my gosh, I mean, the values of properties. I just did a study. If they look at my Facebook page, you'll see my last video blog that we did. We're down 20% for number of homes sold. And I went back 30 days for the month of April. Mm-hmm. We're down 20% in general in those nine counties, but we're up 8.8% in appreciation, meaning we're selling houses for almost 9% more than what we were selling for a year ago. So the overall average sale price is 9% up. So the market's still very good. We're dying. The buyers are dying for inventory. Houses are hitting the market and selling within hours, in some cases in days. So I would tell you, if you're thinking about selling, don't be afraid. The agents have fine-tuned their systems to become CDC compliant and come in with face masks and make sure that they're cleaning their hands. Don't be afraid to put your house in the market and show it. We'll give you really good instruction and direction as to how to prepare for it. And if you're seriously considering selling, now is the time, because these prices are not going to last. There is going to be a downfall in prices in the future, and we're getting the highest prices you could possibly get right now.
Yeah. And I just want to add that we love real estate. We love the business. We love working together. We love you guys. You guys are great business partners for us.
Thank
Rick.
you.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Great.
Ohio Real Title and Title Professionals Group, awesome companies to work for or to work with. We've been extremely happy with our relationship with you guys, and we'd always highly recommend you to any other realtors that were considering using you guys.
Been a good ride, and we really want to thank you guys for all the love and support you guys give us, because you guys really do a great job. If you're looking to find the Michael Kaim Team on social media, you got their Facebook page up there at the Michael Kaim Team, and Instagram, the Kaim Team. And there's 2 different websites. One's to find out a little bit more about them, which would be themichaelkaimteam.com. And then if you're looking for homes, clevelandhomebuying.com is the site to go find the homes there. So again, Michael and Tina, thank you guys for being great clients. Thank you for your time today. And you guys have a great one.
All right. Thanks, Rick.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day.
Bye.
Bye.